What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode number 14 of our Texas Rangers franchise. We have Double A action for the Frisco Rough Riders here, kicking this one off. And you guys will notice Roger Ashley is the starting pitcher today. So the 19-year-old, first-year professional guy that we drafted in last year's draft is going to get the nod here against the Corpus Christi Hooks. And we're going to see how he does. And then we've got a couple players that are now being infused into this lineup, such as Lyle Riley, Fernando Caballero. There's a good group of guys here. Nathaniel Lowe, first baseman. He's in the bench spot today against the left-hander. He does hit left-handed. And then we've also got Leody Taveras to look at. We've got other players too. Christopher Seiss, Tyler Frank, third base, playing third base today. And then, of course, Roger Ashley. We got to check this out. Full count already in the bottom of the first inning. He's going to blow that 91-mile-an-hour fastball right by the batter. You would have liked to see a little bit more velocity, but I think he's just working into it right now. Look at that delivery. 91-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside part of the plate. Going to get a second strikeout. That's back-to-back. And, guys, he's looking real good right now. Real good. 0-1 count in the bottom of the first, and we get a fastball high and inside, but this batter takes it the other way, and the right fielder cannot handle it. It's going to allow the runner from first base to score all the way to home. It's going to be 1-0 early, and guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, because Roger Ashley is going to pick this back up again, and he's going to get another fly ball, this time to center fielder, and it's going to get taken care of out there. So we will finish the first inning, only giving up one run. Again, I hope that is not a sign of things to come here in this game. I want Roger Ashley to do very, very well. Tyler Frank, guy we traded for near the end of last season from the Tampa Bay Rays organization, going to get a double right here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Christopher Seiss, though, gets a ground ball to third. Got to use that speed. Not going to happen. So, second inning, going to get over with nothing to crop. Some more trouble here for Roger Ashley, bottom of the second, but he's going to get through this with a strikeout. Look at that. little gun sound right there. Nice. He's got some swag. He's got some moxie. I like that. So he gets out of the jam. Let's go to the top of the third, and Leody Taveras going to get a base knock to right field, and he's going to get something started here with one down. Take one more look at that swing again. This is what we want to see Leody Taveras do a little bit more of, is get those solid base hits. Not try to drive the ball out of the ballpark. We don't want that. That's not the type of player he is. And take a look at Fernando Caballero, the designated hitter in today's game, guy we drafted a little bit later. He's got that kind of that Jung Ho Gong batting stance. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it works for him. And Leody Taveras is going to get a stolen base here. Unfortunately, Caballero could not get enough power behind that contact and drive the baseball for a solid base hit or double. Going to score Leody. Can't do it. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third and check out the defense by Tyler Frank. Nice job, man. He threw that in foul territory. And then Ashley's going to double it up here with a strikeout to end the bottom of the third. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth. He gets another strikeout, this time on the cut fastball. It's good for his 6th strikeout, guys, in 45 pitches. So super efficient, throwing strikes all day. And take a look at that, man. 4 inches off the plate. Awesome. And then he gets another strikeout here on the cut fastball. That might be a pitch that he's going to utilize with great effectiveness throughout the rest of his career here. So let's jump to the top of the 6th inning, and Caballero, I like that. Line drive, base hit. He's going for 2. He's got enough speed to get in, and now we're in business here. 65 pitches for the opposing pitcher, Ryan Hartman, the left-hander. So Caballero gets into second base. 71 pitches now as he's facing Lyle Riley, our second baseman. Fastball high and inside, just unable to handle it, so he's going to strike out. Here is Perez, our first baseman. Lefty against righty, you got to like that matchup. But he's going to send a little fly ball out to shortstop. It's going to be final out. Sucks. 2-2 count, and Roger Ashley again. Now he's all pumped up, baby. He's on the verge of maybe even going the distance. Guys. Bottom of the 7th. Look at this. Strike 3. He's still throwing 92 late. He's only got 73 pitches right now, so he's been very efficient. He's got 8 strikeouts right now, guys. This is nuts. Bottom of the 8th. Double play opportunity here. Ashley in a little bit of trouble. Riley back to Sice, but Perez able to get the bounce, the one hopper right there. So great job by Perez, great job by that defense to come through. And look at Lyle Riley looking for that corner, but oh, what a catch! What a catch by Dawson. That pisses me off. But you know what? You gotta tip your cap to a play like that. Riley's been searching for a big knock for us in this game. Unfortunately, that's not going to work either. But 110 pitches for Hartman, and manager's going to come out and give him the hook. You see what I did there? See what I did? All right, so we've got the right-hander coming out here, the reliever. We've got a runner on base right now with Perez getting hit. So we're going to go with the big man. We're going to go with the big man, Nathaniel Lowe, guy that we traded for from the Rays. Let's bring him on out here. He's that big left-hander. Look at that swing. Come on. It's time to go. Time to make something happen. Look at that. I love how big he is, dude. He's got power, pure power. Can we get... This is all in hopes of a big-time home run shot. Boosh! Oh, it's going to go to left center field. And the outfielders didn't even move. Nathaniel Lowe comes up huge for the Frisco Rough Riders, and guys, that's going to win them the ball game. That's going to win them the ball game. I know it's top of the 9th, but we do close it out against the Corpus Christi Hooks, and Lowe comes up clutch. Look at this. Boosh! Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love what the youngsters are able to do so far at the AA level. We'll get a AAA update as well. I'll update you guys on all the stats for AA too as we go a little bit further after the end of this game, Sean Manaea against the Texas Rangers. And this is a big game for the Rangers, guys, because if we can kind of keep pace, a little bit, we might find ourselves in the playoff push because our team is good enough to do it right now. We're getting really strong pitching performances out of Shelby Miller, Drew Smiley, Mike Minor, even Cody Anderson. I'll update you guys on him. He's pitching really well. So our starting 5, surprisingly enough, this kind of mixed together random hodgepodge of players, is pitching well. It's doing well. Chris Owings going to get a double, and look at Ridin Odor hitting this to the warning trap, but Steven Piscotty's going to make that catch. We do tag up. I like tagging up even with it when it's 2 outs because you never know. An infield single, it could still score that run. It's very valuable. But Joey Gallo comes up and is going to strike out against that lefty, Sean Manaea. He's tough. He's very tough. But look at Kyle Gibson, guys. .56 in 2 starts. He's 2-0. He's awesome. He's doing really, really awesome things. And he's going to get Marcus Semien looking here on a strike 3 call. That's a little bit low and outside, he thought, but still going to work here. And look at this. Marcell Ozuna, the big-time free agent signed for the Oakland Athletics for last offseason. He's going to strike out on that curveball to the outside. Runner on first base and a slider against Matt Olson, and he's going to strike out. So already in the first inning, Kyle Gibson's got 3 strikeouts. And I got to say, man, he's looking real good this season. Oh, Ridin Odor hits the baseball again hard off Sean Manaea. This one's going to come off of him. It's going to hit him hard. And you know what? You got to be impressed with the way that Odor's been swinging the bat here the last 2 seasons. Now coming into this year, doing some good things, and especially against that left-hander Manaea. I like it. So pass ball, and it's going to allow the runners to move up to second and third. And Gallo almost swung at it, almost fished for it, but he's learning. Don't do that against Manaea. 53 pitches in the third for Manaea, so he's not been very efficient at all. Full count here. Gallo coming up big time by taking that pitch. It's going to be bases loaded for Nelson Cruz. 0-2 count here for Cruz. Come on, baby. Don't swing at any garbage. But he is going to swing at that garbage. Fastball low and outside. And Semien makes the throw to first. And we are out of that inning, unfortunately. Laureano going to strike out. So again, Gibson back at it for 4th and 5th strikeout on the game. He's been awesome so far. Top of 6th, 89 pitches in for Sean Manaea. And look at Piscotty. He took a terrible route to that baseball. Cruz is actually going to challenge his arm and get into second base. He's up to 90 pitches right now in the top of 6. Like, that's stuff you can't have as a starting pitcher. You want to be in the 70s at this point, or the 80s, not 96. Okay, that's not very efficient. But yet we still have yet to score. He hasn't been efficient, but he's been effective. And that's the big thing. Meanwhile, on the flip side, look at Kyle Gibson. 6th inning and 65 pitches. He's going to strike out Erickson Profar, the former Ranger. And Marcus Semien, the one mistake. It was just going to go back and forth between these two starting pitchers. And it just depended on who was going to make that first mistake. And the first mistake comes at the hand of Kyle Gibson. From the hands of Marcus Semien, unfortunately. So 102 pitches in now for Manaea, and we get a base hit by Kiner Falefa. He's going to get on to first, and that's going to do it. That's going to be the end of the day. So manager coming on out says, kid, you're not going to lose the game. If that run scores, you won't lose the game. Adam Liberator giving up a home run still will not allow Manaea to lose the game. So 2 outs, top of the 7th here against Chris Owings. 0-2 count, and he hits him. He hits him. So Owings takes the brunt of that. And now we got runners on first and second, and he's going to hit Odor. Liberator just does not have the control right now, and it's going to allow bases to become loaded with Joey Gallo. This is not a situation you like, but look at this base hit up the middle. It's going to score 2 runs. So Texas takes the lead off the relief change and the 2 hit batters by Adam Liberator. And Joey Gallo is pumped up, baby. I would be pumped up too. And look at this, another pass ball. Fedgley throwing to third, almost gets Odor. Well, good on Cruz to not swing at that. Good on him. So they're going to walk Cruz to load up the bases here for a play at any base, and Josh Fuentes comes up and he grounds out to Chapman, who's going to throw it over to second for the final out of the inning. So it sucks that we couldn't capitalize and get a little bit more run production right there, but we got the lead, and that's what matters here. Chris Owings makes a nice play at shortstop, and here is Chris Davis, the guy that just absolutely kills it in the show. And luckily we get him to fly out to Joey Gallo here at left field. I like it. I like it. I like the situation that we're in right now. Chris Martin coming in with runners on first and third with nobody down. Profar sends a line drive out to center field, and DeShields. Oh, what? Throw the ball. Throw the ball. I'm not going to lie to you guys right now. I'm based on when I throw, I listen to the vibration, or I like to feel the vibration if it's going to be a strong throw or not. I didn't get a vibration, so I pressed X twice. And of course, that's going to allow Oakland to get that sacrifice fly. And now Chris Martin's going to have to come through even more clutch than he had already come through right there. But we do get the final out of the inning. I know, sucky. It's stupid. But, you know, when you don't get that vibration, you don't get that feedback, it's not good. But check this out. Delino DeShields comes up big time, comes up clutch, and we always attribute fault to the players, right? Because that's what makes it interesting. Delino DeShields hits a solo home run to left field off Trevino. That's tough to do. And now Texas takes the lead 3-2. He comes up big, makes up for his error or his mental gaffe in center field by not throwing the ball to home. And we take the lead. But Jose Leclerc coming on here in the bottom of the ninth. We know that he's had his troubles here in the early going of the season. He's already got 3 blown saves already. And, he gets that first out, that quick first out. But, this kind of sucks here. Matt Olson's going to get on to first base. Now we got to face off against Chris Davis. This is not a good matchup in my opinion. And now it's even worse of a matchup considering the fact that a passed ball happens and Kiner Falefa can't handle it. So now Chris Woodward has got to think. Do you walk Chris Davis to force a potential double play opportunity? If he hits a home run, you lose. But do you really want to put the winning run on first base? That being Chris Davis. What happens if Piscotty hits he's going to hit a home run. Of course you lose. But if Piscotty hits a triple, a gapper, you definitely lose. right? So we're going to walk him anyway, and another passed ball. Another pass ball. Or a wild pitch, however you want to classify it. There you go. It's a wild pitch. And now you got to consider doing the intentional walk onto Piscotty here to load the bases to force a play at any base, potentially for the double play. So you get the force out at home, if a little tapper, right? So things are not looking too good here. Things are getting a little dicey here. Franklin Barreto, though, he's going to lay down a bunt. What are you doing? Why? Why would you do that? So an infield fly rule is in effect, and now we're going to have to face off against the former Ranger, Jerickson Profar, and you know what? Is this the moment? Is this going to be his moment, his comeback moment? Gets traded to an interdivision opponent. You know, is he going to come through here? He does not. He's going to strike out on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, so Jose Leclerc does his job. I want to say that with some reservation. Does his job. As a closer, he did close the game out, but things got a little hairy, though. But Texas is able to come back here, 3-2, final score. And, you know, offensively, we had a decent day. 7 hits is decent. Pitching performance, yet again, was clutch. 8 strikeouts for Kyle Gibson. He went 7 innings strong. I like our pitching, surprisingly. I know a lot of people are thinking, like, how in the world does Texas have a good pitching staff? They've never really had a good pitching staff, right? Well, that's been the aim, and that's been the goal of this entire series, is to try to get Texas to transform themselves into a little bit more of a pitching and defense first type of team. You don't need a crazy good offense in Texas or the ballpark in Arlington, Globe Life Park, so to speak, in order to do a lot of good things. Any offense can play at that ballpark. So, you know, if you can focus on pitching and defense, that's going to help you out on the road as well. But let's talk about Cody Anderson real quick. 9 innings, 8 strikeouts. He has under a .9 ERA. That's insane. That's insane. So he's having some sort of rejuvenation period here in Texas, and I can't be happier because it's working out. Tyler Frank tore it up in April. .340 batting average. Cole Winn was hit hard with a .399. And Hans Kraus, 7.4. Not good. Not good. But we'll get a little stats update here for you guys because now we are in May, and I think things should turn the corner for our hitting, I hope. But Kyle Gibson's still pitching really well. Cody Anderson now has a .277 ERA. Must have gotten blown up in his last start. But Roger Ashley, even though he's 1-4, you know, he's pitching well. Brandon Compton, 3.5. Hans Kraus, though, we talked about him. He's got a 7.4. And Oswaldo Bautista, a guy that the Diamondbacks drafted that we were looking for and then let go. We signed him in the free agents. He's pitching well, too. He's pitching really good. I love it. I love it. Ronaldo Tejeda, 21 strikeouts, 5 walks, doing really well. Ariel Hirado, pitching decent as well. Casey Sadler, got a 2.8. So our pitching staff, even from the major league level to the AAA level to the AA level, they're all doing really well. I'd like to see it be a little bit better at the major league level, though, because, I mean, Shelby Miller and Cody Anderson are the only guys that are really, you know, doing a whole lot of good things. Mike Minor's still hovering around that 5, and Drew Smiley at the 4. Aaron Loop, though, no earned runs allowed right now. So he's pitching really, really well as our left-handed specialist. Chris Rusin, you guys saw his stats. They're pretty decent. And then as we look a little bit further down, you know, our relief guys down in the minor leagues are not doing a whole lot of good there. And there you go. So Jose Leclerc, 0-3 right now, has 3 blown saves in 9 1/3 innings pitched. Yeah, sucks. We got to get him going. Because really there's nobody else on our roster that's pushing him to becoming the closer right now. You might consider Mike Morin if things get hard pressed. You know, maybe another guy in the bullpen at the major league level could fill in. Sean Kelly, maybe. But minor league level, nothing doing there. So we see Gallo and Guzman hitting .220. Not good. Like to see a little bit more production out of those guys. .274 for Odor. .375 for Forsythe. .212, .173 for Ibanez and Caballero. Guys that I'm really high on as second baseman in the future. Not really producing right now. Josh Fuentes, .225. Wisdom, .200. So our third baseman, not doing a whole lot right now. 160 for Matt Davidson, and then Cheslor Cuthbert killing it right now down in the AAA level. So maybe Cheslor Cuthbert's the answer. I honestly don't think so, but I hope that Fuentes can kind of perform like he was doing at the beginning of the season. He was hitting about 300 and 270, and then I think towards the end and towards the latter part of April, he just started to really struggle there. But Elvis Andrus not doing too bad right now. He's started to pick it up since the last time that we saw an update on him, and then we see shortstop Lyle Riley hitting over 300, so I like to see that out of him. That's really good. It's encouraging, as he was, he was coming into that game that we just saw in the 250s, and then just kind of fell off a little bit after that game. Did not get a hit in that game, so it's really good to see that he's back above the 300 mark. We see that center field production is doing pretty decent. Nelson Cruz is back up to 230s, 263 for Mazzara. Cruz was hovering around that 170, 180 mark, so it's nice to see that his batting average is starting to bump up a little bit. Willie Calhoun, he's losing some overall right now. I'm not sure what that's all about, but he's playing pretty well at 290. I think his morale is a little bit low, and I think that's really what's contributing to it. He should be around a 67 or 68, and maybe if an injury happens or something happens, we'll consider bringing him up. So guys, I will see you on Thursday for gameplay action. Drew Smiley against Forrest Whitley, Rangers against the Astros. As always, peace.